Hey, what's up everybody? Akeem here, and in today's Fix of Gaming news, the Pokemon Company took the fight to a pocket monster Copycat and won with a settlement. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is charting well after its release on PC, and a Corsair rep walks back comments made by an exec about GTA 6 releasing on PC in early 2026. Now this is your daily fix. All right, now the Pokemon Company filed a lawsuit against a blatant Pokemon copycat back in 2021 and has been awarded substantial damages as part of a settlement. Now, the mobile game Pocket Monster Remake was a very obvious ripoff of Pokemon, from the actual Pocket Monsters they used to the trainers. Now, there was no way this was going to fly underneath the radar upon its release in 2015, and having reportedly earned its Chinese developers around $42 million in a single year, the Pokemon Company would soon come a-knockin'. And knockin' they did, with Pokemon Company being awarded around $15 million back in September of 2024. But both sides appealed, which led to today's settlement report. Not only did the Pokemon Company get a substantial settlement, likely more than the appealed ruling $15 million, but the Pocket Monster Remake devs also issued a public apology, vowed to never do this again, and shut down its rip-off game entirely. This is yet another notch in the Pokemon Company's belt as it seeks to protect its highly popular brand that's been copied for several years in various different forms. Now, as for Pal World, well, you better watch out. The Pokemon Company still has a suit against Pocket Pair's monster catching game, with analysts saying Nintendo and Pokemon Company are highly likely to win. Now, we'll keep you posted on how that one shakes out. Now, when it comes to people violating their trademark, I guess you could say Nintendo's, well, they gotta catch them all. All right, moving right along, when it launched on PS5 last February, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth debuted at number 2 on the video game sales ranking site Circana. And in a month's time, it dropped to number 7, then bottomed out at 17 on the charts by the end of the year. Now, sales could have been far worse, but Square Enix admitted Rebirth didn't perform as well as expected. But it looks like Rebirth's popularity might have a bit of a rebirth itself following its PC launch. Now, after releasing on Steam late last month, Rebirth shot up to number 3 on the Circana charts. Now, this was after being at number 56 back in December. Now, that's a really impressive jump, which speaks to the financial benefits publishers stand to make by releasing cross-platform. Now, analyst Matt Piscatella said while speaking on Rebirth's overall financial success, quote, "Across physical and tracked digital, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was the best-selling game of the week ending January 25th in the US market, while the Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth Twin Pack ranked 3rd. Maybe this will signal to Square Enix that releasing as console exclusive just isn't the route to go with its games, but only time will tell if we'll see a change in its release schedule moving forward. And finally, speaking of games coming to PC, a Corsair game rep came out to clarify a few comments one of its execs made about the release of Grand Theft Auto 6 on PC being early 2026. Now, the exec's initial statement was, quote, "Yeah, GTA 6 is probably the one everyone is talking about, and we'll get a glimpse of that, I think, later on in the year for console. My understanding now, it's going to come out in the fall for console and then early 2026 for PC. Now, while it's very safe to assume GTA 6 will come to PC eventually, according to the Corsair rep, those statements about a 2026 window were apparently speculation on the exec's part, and Corsair has absolutely no knowledge on when GTA 6 will release on PC. I'm pretty sure someone at Rockstar Games had a talking to someone over at Corsair about that whole thing. Now, if anything, an early 2026 PC release date is probably a bit optimistic if previous games are anything to go by. You know, GTA 5 launched on consoles in September 2013, but didn't come to PC until May 2015. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2 dropped in October 2018 and didn't hit PC until November 2019. Now, considering the console versions of those games both had delays, Well, I've got my fingers crossed any version of GTA 6 is coming out, I don't know, by early 2026. I'm just hoping we get GTA 6 this year with no delays. And that about does it for your daily fix for today. Thank you all so much for platinuming another episode. Now that you're caught up on the news, go check out the trailer for The Day the Earth Blew Up, the first Looney Tunes movie in more than 20 years that doesn't involve them playing basketball, believe it or not. Download the IGN app on all your devices, and for everything else, stick with IGN.